What's up, guys? David here with the McCowan Company. The way I see it is, if we had two things done, if we could get two laws passed that would change trucking better immediately, we'll be at 3% cap on brokers and the brokerage. I don't really care how brokers get paid, but the brokerages should only be allowed to take 3% off the load, and mandatory transparency. Yes, my two favorite things about AFTRA would be those two things, because those two things right there take care of most of the problems. If we have mandatory transparency, that means the negotiating power of the carrier has gone through the roof. You're able to make educated decisions and you're not asking for it. When I say 100% transparency, I mean when that shipper gives that broker the manifest, the bill of lading, the numbers are there. When that broker gives it to the carrier, the numbers are there. When that carrier gives it to his driver that's on percentage pay, it's there. That way there's accountability, there's honesty, and everyone can make an educated decision on if they want to haul that or not. With the brokerage cap, it's going to do a whole bunch of things, but the best thing it's going to do, it's going to require the broker, see, we're not trying to cap a broker's earnings. We're trying to cap how much he can take from the carrier. He's still able to earn as much as he wants. He just has to solicit a better price from the shipper. And that will bring the rates up to actual rates that reflect what it costs to run a truck down the road. So it's pretty simple. If a broker or a brokerage is I don't care if the brokers are paid hourly or how they pay out their brokers. I don't care about any of that. But the brokerage should only be able to pull 3% off every load they book through every shipper. That way, it'll incentivize them to get better rates from the shipper instead of cutting each other's throats, thinking they can steal it on the back end when they give it to the carrier and use all these illegals. Now, the third thing is the cheap labor problem that we've got in this country in every industry. You know, they either ship it overseas or they're shipping in cheap labor. It doesn't make any sense to bring back manufacturing if we don't save the manufacturing work here for the American workers. Goes same thing with the trucking industry. So with this cap rate and these better rates, all of a sudden shippers are going to be paid more to move freight, and they're not going to be trying to put their stuff on trucks that are drove by three guys that can't speak English and their numbers are taped on the side of their truck. It's going to go to a professionalism that has been lost due to predatory brokering and the shippers. And I mean, the industry, shippers, brokers, and carriers are the problem. Drivers are the problem also for being so ignorant about these things and not standing together. So we've got those three things right there are going to be took care of immediately. We just need to pass two laws. 100% transparency. We don't want to ask for it. We want it mandatory, and we want a cap rate on brokerages. If you agree, put it in the comments. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you don't agree. Share this video. Get it out there. It's very common sense. Whenever somebody tries to give you a whole bunch of pages and something, page after page of all these, this and that and the other thing, they're crooks. They're thieves. They're not doing anything good for you. Simplicity is the answer to this, and it's plain and simple. Enact a 3% cap rate on these brokerages. That's going to incentivize them to get the rates up naturally, and then we can leave the negotiate to the carriers. Once they can see what the pay is, we'll be able to negotiate more fairly and more educatedly. But when you got a broker saying, "Oh man, I only got $1,000 in it," well, can I see the rate? Oh no, I don't want to show you the rate. Why? Because you're a fucking liar. That's why. So anyway, excuse my language. I get worked up. Anyway, so let me know what you think.